Hey right guys, Trish Bunches Joe here, and today we are watching and reacting to episode 16 of Riverdale Season 3. Correct me if I'm wrong, we'll find out obviously, but I think this is meant to be a musical episode like the one that they did last season, which I thought was a fun episode, sure. I don't know how much it's going to actually progress the story, so hopefully it still does that, and it's not just like a filler episode. The one last season wasn't a filler episode, to be fair. But I don't know, hopefully they can stick with that if they're going down the musical route. I'm going to assume we're going to get like a musical episode once every season at this point, probably. I guess it's something different. We'll see if it's better than the one last season. Archie doing his dance moves was a good time, but yeah, I did enjoy the last episode. It's still again its ups and downs. I think we're in like the final stretch of the third season, like a few more episodes. We'll see. But yeah, episode 16, guys. If you enjoy, remember to leave a like. If you're new, remember to subscribe. And if you do want the uncut reaction to this episode and the rest for Riverdale, then a link to the Patreon page will be down below, as well as Twitter, Instagram, and Discord. But for now, my friends, let's go.
If you'll just listen to the lyrics of the first song. Evelyn.
Oh, we're doing this now.
We were so tiny, happy and shiny.
Okay, straight away.
Getting chased, like the Huns invading Rome.
What the fuck? That just felt way too rushed.
Life can be beautiful. I
think all those on the left are drunk.
But I know.
Yes, Archie.
Life can be beautiful. I pray for a better way.
Oh, the lip sync's so off. I can't.
Why did I hit him?
Yes, Sweet Pea. When Sweet Pea's got the best voice.
There is Cheryl Blossom floating above it all as Heather Chandler.
Oh, here we go.
She was a real mess after
Yep.
the breakup with Tony. Out of my way, geek! You're gonna die at 3 p.m.
At 3 p.m. Oh, let's just turn on. Let's just. You'll start T-posing them.
It's a beautiful freaking to step up and be my co-director.
Of course.
Yay! So fun.
The farm.
What?
You ever wash that shit?
Does anyone have a chainsaw? Because what
Does that make sense?
a you inside of me, a me inside of you. In rehearsal.
Tony has some fantastic choreo.
How very. But my Heathers and I have worked out our own choreography.
Yeah, what the fuck?
On, Cheryl, I'm trying to be professional here. Can you not?
The salt with these two. Oh, here we go. Roll off with the second one. I gave the first song a 4 out of 10. It would have been a high 5 if the lip sync was a bit better. That's me in the nostrils. Vibing with this one. Yes! There's one. At least there's one. Well, it's still time for the bosh it. Go on, Tony. Go in. Yeah, now is the bloody mess. Jesus. Okay, you know what? Fair play. That was a good one. I'm gonna go 8 out of 10.
The farm is producing, and I'm co-directing the musical for one simple reason. To have big fun.
I like her. I'm sorry. She just does not give a fuck.
Tonight, at the former Sisters of Quiet
Oh,
Mercy.
shit.
I know it may seem a little weird or methody, but come in costume.
You're all about to die by children of the corn. So, Barry, you got one up. I'm sorry.
We have to talk. Your mother and I are separating.
What?
Wow, that's about time.
No, you're not.
I'll be
Okay,
staying
so
for
the
5
episode
seasons,
is
definitely.
actually
Wait,
done a
what
story.
is happening?
It's already been decided.
Can someone please tell me what's going on?
That's mad, by the way. She's
Ask your
12.
mother.
Like, I think it's logical and should happen. Why is Veronica crying about this? Yeah, it's brutal, but your dad is a dick. I love Hiram, but he's not a good person, so I don't really see... And she knows it. Oh, here we go. Song 3. Punch the wall. Yeah. Oh, she's loving it.
Veronica, you are looking good tonight.
Dreams are coming true.
When people laugh, but not at you.
Ooh.
I'm not afraid.
Go on, Casey Scott. Casey Scott. I just kind of like his hair like that.
I'm actually having.
God, that's screechy.
You need a jello shot.
You need a jello shot. Oh, Sweet Pea, dude. I ship Sweet Pea with her more than I do Archie. Dang, dang, diggity, dang, da, dang, dang. I'm gonna go.
Can't confess.
Oh god. I'm gonna go.
I was afraid this was never gonna happen again.
Mad. I'm gonna go.
But maybe you and me are meant to be together. Maybe we're endgame.
4.5. Shut up, man. Don't even throw that word out. Maybe we're endgame. We have to do it again.
Kevin, here.
Because it wasn't
It's really
cringe enough
fatty
the
with
first
brown
time.
maple mushrooms baked in. Try
To
it.
me, that just
Here.
makes it seem like the writers are so self-aware and don't give a fuck.
John's in the hall.
You know, I kind of have a crush on her. She's like got this freaky vibe going, and I kind of vibe with it. So, I mean, who we got here? Is that a kid? No, is he seeing that? No.
So it really blew to see Archie and Josie getting cozy last night.
Is this a therapy session?
Are you and Josie dating?
Well, I mean, Boo has a new girlfriend. Has nothing to do with you suddenly being all in.
Oh, Reggie, shut up. Oh.
What's your damage, child of the corn?
I called it, told you.
I just thought you might want to see what's happening in the hall.
Oh, look at it, dude. Yo, I have, like, the... Yo.
You don't own the color red. Red existed before you.
Ooh.
Here?
Dab, dab, dab.
I invented red.
Pipe down,
I am
Cheryl.
Red. Go to Centerville High or Westerberg. I don't care. But you have until first bell.
These two have not split up, so why are they acting that they, like, hate each other? You had a little spaff.
Copy.
Like, you know if you moved out from... And you actually like that, it's going, yo... Tony needs to break up with the dude. Because Cheryl's lost a bloody plot. Like, Tony deserves better, I'm sorry. Cheryl's making her feel like shit all the time. Yeah, do it. So, they have split up. Cheryl and Tony split up. It... Sorry to talk over the song, but to me, was that clear that they split up? The Foley like audio is just awful. I don't get it. Oh shit.
I shouldn't have brought you guys here. I can't do
They're about
this.
to have a threesome. That'd have been wild. Oh, last song. I'll give it a... I'll go 6. I think it was a catchable. It was good. And Tony can sing. So this is what the farm do. They're Christians. Why are they wearing 3D glasses? You're not at the cinema, mate. They've all just taken acid. That's all this is. That meth I'd be looking for, Jughead. I think we found it because they've just fucking off their tits. Look at them. They're all wearing 3D glasses. What? Oh, gee. Look at that, though. That song gets 1 out of 10. It was awful.
Let's fight for us.
I don't ship you two.
Good. You've lasted longer than I thought you would.
What, in bed? What, lasted longer than 4 seconds? Because that's how I think Archie Andrews would last. Dead song. I think it would be cute if I shipped them, to be fair. Maybe. So, but for me personally, that song gets a 2 out of 10.
Check that out.
1.8.
It's a Weatherby, but I think Weatherby is part of the farm.
Yeah, well, I have news too. Can you meet me at Junkyard Steve's ASAP?
Yeah, well, your news doesn't matter, mine matters more. That's basically what that meant to me.
It's an olive branch.
So you're here to beg for clemency?
No.
Tony, you have nothing to be
us.
sorry for.
What are we
Literally.
doing?
When did our lives go from worrying about who's gonna sit next to us on the bus to drug lord mothers?
And
Yeah.
serial killer fathers. And unstoppable
Again, I
cults.
don't really care about your
This is
druggy
the
mom. I have a
emotional
serial
climax
killer
of
dad.
this.
I one up
17
you.
captures the longing all the characters feel for what they've lost.
Go on, throw out a banger.
See bad movies, sneak a beer and watch TV.
Sneak a
We'll bake
beer.
brownies or
Rebels.
bowling. Don't you want a life with me? If you could let me in, I could be good with you.
Fair play, Lily. You know. Oh, here we go, Cole.
Or the
We'll go camping
play some poker.
and we'll eat some chili fries.
Yes.
All night, maybe dancing. Don't stop looking in my eyes.
I'm vibing. Yeah, see, that's how you do lip sync. You look good. He's actually Cole singing as well. He's decent, dude. Just saying that, if they're all singing, then fair play to them. Oh no, I like this one. I like this one. Is he proposing? Or is he just going down on it? No? Okay, cool. Okay, that was good. Cole got me there, I'm not gonna lie. I'm gonna go 8.5 for that song. Quick to the point, Cole was on it, let's go.
Do you want to know the real reason why we're getting a divorce?
Veronica, you dumb!
I have found out that your mother tried to have me killed.
I don't get Veronica's logic at all.
I can't believe that.
Oh, Mia. Yes, you can. In fact, I think part of you already knew.
Is the most important thing.
Family's trust. You and your mother betrayed me, so
Oh, boo-hoo,
there's
Hiram.
no family anymore.
I just don't get it. I don't get it. Veronica, you are meant to hate him. Like, that is where your story was meant to go. I don't get this whole pity party for Hiram.
Solo's up.
I float in a boat in a raging black ocean, low in the water and nowhere to go.
Okay, good potential.
The people smell desperate, will sink any minute, so someone must go.
I like the backing bit, that's cool.
Tiniest lifeboat with the people I know.
There we go.
Don't worry, I'm not parent
Oh,
trapped.
Dad.
Recognize your irreconcilable differences.
Ruined it. Should
Come to
have
opening
done that after.
Together.
The tiniest lifeboat.
Unless she's like, this is the actual night now. Expected more. 3 out of 10. Started off very well. Completely lost it as soon as it got there. Reviewing these songs. Fuck.
Well, finally, you got a motor.
Gotta have some fun with it. Go on, end strong. They gotta do a big song at the end. Not big fun. Not big fun, please. Any song but big fun.
It's 10 minutes to Places Cast.
Cringe. I do like Kevin's hair though, to be fair. Oh, look at him. I like Hiram, it's so annoying. He's like that Evelyn character where it's like, you know they're evil, but they're interesting, so... I'll say that about Hiram all the time, to be fair, but...
Parfait.
frightened. We're all freaks, but that's alright.
We'll endure
killer,
it, we'll survive it. Martha, are you free tonight?
No!
Jeez.
Oh, they've actually burned the RV down. Fuck.
Talk about watching your childhood go up in flames. I'm surviving. Because you're here with me.
Oh, yo, these two have been dead cute this episode. I can't even lie. See, the show is at its best when the characters are actually together. Together in a fucking episode. Like, what a concept. Look at them, they're getting fucking horny in front of his burning house.
We can be 17.
Yeah, go back to the best song, obviously. Archer's hair looks pretty suave.
We can be 17. Still time to
Go on, end on a bang, come on. Let's go. Come on, keep going, up, man. Fuck it. No, still needs a bit more. Needs a bit more spice. I mean, okay, yeah, that works. Yeah, Casey's got to get into it. Turn up. There we go. Okay, cool. Let's go. Not perfect. Bit of a mess, but she's done. I'm surprised she's here. Are you evolving, Jughead? Yeah, alright, I'll go 7. Who's that clapping? I can't see. Who the fuck is that?
I knew my dad would like it.
Oh! That's good. Yo, this is sick. Okay. I find it weird that no one else is clapping though. Like everyone else would just be like not clapping. That's her dad, okay. Good ending. The only thing I found silly though is a bit like, it would be cool if they all stood up like and then started to, and then everyone else would have joined in. Obviously, in real life, no one else would just sit down and be like, what the fuck? Like they'd all clap because that's what you're meant to do. If they just did it randomly, then yeah, that would have been sick. But it was the end of the show. Everyone will be clapping. But besides that, I'm surprised that I enjoyed this episode. I was surprised. I thought, correct me if I'm wrong, but I think I even enjoyed the first musical episode. I think I always have this stigma in my head that the episode is just going to be a filler episode because obviously they advertise it on Twitter and stuff as like the musical episode. Oh yeah, cool. So you don't really expect much of a story, but here they actually moved quite a bit of the story forward, which I was most surprised about. And I'd say about. It's annoying. I'd still say like 50% of the songs were just not for me. Like they were just like whatever. 30% were like fine, and then I'd say like 20% were actually really good. I'd say the two standout ones were the Cheryl one about the candy store, and then 17 when Jughead and Betty were like, and then it cut to Tony and Cheryl singing. I'd say they were the two best songs by far. The ending one was decent, and I think the first one could have been better. And then the others in between were just not really for me. Like I think like the Archie and Josie one, the only reason I didn't really get along with that one was because I don't ship them two at all. I think they're such a random couple. They would have been so much better if she was someone that he could just go to as a friend. That's just how I see it, because they worked so well when that was happening anyway. It felt like they just threw him into a relationship so quickly, and I've said my piece on that anyway. But that's probably why I didn't vibe too much with that song. But yeah, I was actually surprised by how much some of the songs really actually worked. Even the songs progressed the story really well, which is what they're meant to do. And they did do that, which I was surprised by, especially with Cheryl and Tony. I think they did a really good job with those two. The only thing I was weirded out, like confused about with those two, is it made out that they like had split up or something, and they were acting like especially Cheryl was just acting like an idiot the entire time for school to Tony. Felt kind of bad for her, but and then for Tony to go to Cheryl and try and make amends, it should have been the other way around. Like Cheryl should have gone to Tony, I think. I don't know. I love Cheryl. She's still like probably my favourite character of the show. Tony would be very close, but some of the stuff she's done like the past 3-4 episodes I've just been baffled by. Like especially, it's something she'd do to someone she doesn't like, but it's like she's doing this shit to Tony. It's like, come on. Betty and Jughead, their strongest episode, probably the entire season, which is sad. Like, that is sad, because Betty and Jughead were fantastic in season 2. They still had their ups and downs, but majority of the time they were great, and they worked really well in season 1 as well. And then this season they've just done nothing. And then this episode they actually had chemistry. They were actually really good together. Yeah, I did really like them this episode, and I still do like them as a couple. It's just that they haven't done anything, and that's why I think I like this episode so much. Is because the cast were together. Like, everyone was involved with each other's story, and that's when the show works really well, and that's why season 2 worked really well. Whereas season 3, they've all had their own individual stories, and none of them really have been interesting at all. But this one was like, it still wasn't a perfect episode, but I did like that they were all together. Like, Archie was boring. Veronica, this was her best episode in a while, to be fair. Like, she had the whole Reggie stuff going on, which I still don't see Reggie's point of view at all. I do in some aspects, to be fair. Like, the fact she slept with him just because she was feeling bad about her parents, like, that's kind of a bit messed up. Like, I mean, if he wasn't bothered about it, then it wouldn't be that messed up. But he was, so you can tell he genuinely does care for her. But I'm surprised, like, Hiram and Hamadi are actually breaking up, or getting a divorce, I should say. Like, finally, it's about time. I just don't see Veronica's side of feeling pity for Hiram. You know he's a bad guy. You know he is, and you know those two together. I know she wants her ideal world that should just be the perfect family, but it hasn't been since the start of season 2, since Hiram came back. So, yeah, that was a bit silly. And then finally, oh yeah, 2 things. One, I'd say Evelyn is very interesting, and I really like the ending that they did there at the end. Like, we finally saw her dad when he stood up and he was clapping. It's like, that was a good introduction to him. He's a lot younger than I thought he would be as well. He looks a bit more menacing, so I'm finally glad we got to see him. I didn't think we'd see him until the finale, or like the penultimate episode, but there we go. Can put a face to the name finally. And Evelyn, I just kind of have a crush on her, I'm not going to lie. She's got, like I say, she's a bit freaky, but, okay, that's all I'll say about that. But yeah, I don't know, she had a very big part in this episode. She's definitely an interesting villain. We'll see. Hopefully they keep her around for season 4 and maybe make her... I don't want it to just be this farm character. I'd like her to actually have a story and be a character in the 4th season. Yeah, she'll have the farm story this season. But she seems like she could have potential as well. Like, if she got out of this psycho kind of thing, like Mona, for example, from Pretty Little Liars. Not saying she's like Mona, but it's just something that I don't know. And then finally, fair play. I'd say fair play to, like, the cast and everyone who, had the balls to do. Like, I can't say if I was an actor, I'd have the balls to go up and lip sync to a song, even though the lip sync was a bit off at times. To be fair, but I mean, fair play to them for. I think they actually sang the songs. It sounded like they're voice actors. So, and then danced and got into it. So, I think it's like fair play to the show for doing something different and not just doing the episode. Because actually, looking back at the entire season, this is one that stands out now. It did in the last season as well, because that season was so good. That episode kind of was a bit on the lower side for me. But because and I hate to say it, but because this season's been so kind of bad, this episode actually stands out as one of the better ones, I'd say. Which I'm very, very surprised about. Like I say, I wouldn't say it was like great or amazing, but I'd still say it was enjoyable. Some of the songs worked really well, and we finally got a bit more Jughead and Betty, like they worked well. Fuck. And Evelyn. Oh, Evelyn. And then the end was cool as well. So yeah, I'll go... I thought I was going to give this episode like a 5 or a 4, but I'm actually going to go a 7.7 out of 10. I think it could have been an 8 if some of the songs were just a bit better. But yeah, some were really... Actually, I'll go 7.5 out of 10. I'll say like half a 7. Like if some of the songs were better, it could have been an 8, because I think the story side of things here worked actually very well. So yeah, there we go, guys. I'm surprised that I enjoyed it. So, thanks for watching, guys. Leave a like if you enjoyed it. I thought the episode down below in the comments, and if you want the uncut reaction, a link to the Patreon page will be down below, and I'll see you next week for episode 17. Until then, peace.